Hi guys, and welcome back to Red Blur Gaming. As you can see here, I'm playing with some vespid that I primed, but unfortunately the rattle can was probably quite not warm enough, and I'm going to have to re-prime some of these. The colour didn't really get through. But to explain why I am pulling apart vespid, balanced data slate, changes, lots of changes. Well, not really lots of changes. More just changes to the points cost for Tau. So I'm just going to pull these guys apart quickly. Tau got a little bit of a decrease with a few units, especially stuff like crisis suits. Most crisis suits, well, two of the three crisis suit units went down on points. Which is a big thing for Tau. Big bit of improvement. Makes them slightly cheaper. Well, to be honest, I was a bit surprised. Was not complaining. Quite happy. Does mean that I have to paint some more, which is why there is vespid currently being blue tacked in front of you on camera, so I can make sure that I have enough of these little guys. They're like literally stuck to everything, including extremely well blue tack to the bases, which I primed as well, to make life easier. But yeah, Tau points down. No other changes really for Tau in terms of how units are played or abilities or anything, so that's okay. No points increases. Actually, that is slightly a fib. The biggest thing that happened for Tau, apart from those crisis suits going down in points, was the fact that the Riptide went from a toughness 7 or 8 gun when overcharged all the way up to T9/10. This is a very, very big jump. Really gives Tau more firepower with that gun, allowing to shoot into vehicles, which is a big thing in 40k. Is a lot of stuff. 40k is vehicle heavy, meaning that Riptides won't struggle as much into vehicles, which is kind of their point. Definitely as far as I see them, as anti-vehicle weapons, which is a bit of a bonus. Makes things a little bit more helpful. Means that you can be on par or above. So wounding on 3s or 2s, depending on what you're shooting into. Depending on strats and buffs, or depending on what unit stratagems you're playing. Whether you are in Montcar or something different. I'm currently playing experimental prototype, which obviously gives the plus 6 inches to all range weapons in the Tau army, which is actually great fun. Tournament I played in, which it did give a slight update, wasn't the greatest for me. Good learning curve. Went 2-3. Felt I kind of got lucky on Sunday. Definitely got the ability to sit back and play a little bit more cagey, which allowed for really me to dictate what went on, because I was doing a lot of the killing versus being absolutely annihilated by most other armies if I tried to be slightly aggressive. So it was a good change. Hoping that when RatCon comes around, I will be in a better place again. Another little bit more of an ability to, I guess, fight up into. I actually blew those arms in. Didn't I? That's right, because they're real wide from the body. Huh. For a second there, I was like, uh-oh. But no, I remember I glued his arms in because this vespid model per se, which I'm actually taking the thing off, the arms sit away from the body nicely, so it kind of makes it quite easy to get in and paint as well as prime. But all these models got primed rattle can was kind of cold, so it didn't quite prime the way I wanted it to. Also, we have a Crutox who is slightly primed. His Crute body is separate from the actual model, and then obviously as per normal, model was only blue tacked down by back feet. Just gives me the ability now to go back and prime the underbelly, sorry, of the model, and work on getting that sucker sorted out. I do have, that's the bottom of you. I did do another crisis suit, and eventually I will finish building this broadside, so that I can have 3. They did drop the points on broadsides, meaning that they are a little cheaper. 10 points overall. If you have 3 of them, you went down from 300 down to 270. Which I thought was a little expensive. Even at 270, doesn't really work out when technically you should be looking at 3.8 to 24, 240. So now they're back to their original price value of 90 points when you have 3 of them. But 80 points each when you run 2, you know, that extra 20 point pickup there in the list really helps. I also, as I said, I picked up overall about 60 points in my list. So that's why I've got Vespid primed, and I primed some more crisis, which I need to finish them off anyway. The Crutox, I'm going to have a play around with some stuff. I want to get some rampages, maybe test them out, possibly another Riptide. I don't know if it's going to be beneficial to have more than one. But yeah, as for that, that's pretty much it. All those bits are there, as you can see, primed. Kind of got to be pre-primed again, so I'll have to do that on a warmer day, which I should have a few more coming about. So I'm just going to put all these guys to the side in a little group. It won't really matter. I'll know how they go together. So yeah, they can all go over there out of the way. We do have we've got stuff all over the desk here. We have the other half of the Crutox head, which I'm contemplating doing the body for the second half of this guy and gluing it together, because then I have technically I have both options, which might be worth having both of the crude options together. There we go. That's the head of the Crutox. I've got to find somewhere to toss those bits. That's part of that gun. There must be another part in there somewhere, because I've only got half a gun, which is hilarious. Knowing my luck, the other day I vacuumed, and I probably vacuumed up half a gun. Huh. Let's hope that's not the case. Get rid of all that stuff over there so it's out of the way. I can't actually see. And you go over there, that is going to tell me whether it's there or not. Things are now getting a little bit stressy because I actually really think I did vacuum it up, which ain't going to be a great barrel of help. Out of the way, you. Over there. Again, vespid over here. More vespid over there. Boom. Vespid are out of the way. You're out of the way. You. Rear out of the way. Oh, we definitely do have a problem. I'm definitely feeling like I may have accidentally vaxed that up when I was vacuuming the table the other day. I cannot see the other half of that gun, so that's a little bit unfortunate. Silly me. Well, you win some, you lose some, as they say. But yeah, as you can see, got all these bits together, which, to be honest, probably could be started on for For painting, I think I've dry brushed a couple of legs. There should be a set of legs here that aren't dry brushed, or I haven't done any of them. Looks like I haven't done any of the legs. One upper body is done with guns. So one lot of guns, one backpack fully done. Dry brushing completed. Dry brushing not completed. That's it. And then old mate here, he probably needs a bit of a touch up with the spray by the looks of it, so I might have to hold off on them, which is fun. So what do we got here? We got a almost fully primed, best it can be. Missile drone. So maybe we can hit that with some known oil for some fun. So there's a known oil in front of me. I just find a big brush with some water on it. As per normal, always shake. Give your bloody known oil a shake. Oh, we've got 3 homing beacons. Look at that. 3 homing beacons. Known oil a shake. Get it on the brush. Let's not. Oh, we're not here to mess about. We are whole model. Whole model. There we go. Look at this. Get it in there. Get it on there. It's on. There we go. Now, the one thing I did notice and did learn is that a lot of people don't worry about playing their drones. Does take up room on the table. I know that this is not a drone that's finished because I didn't take it with me, which is okay. I think some off the actual out of the bottle because I've used all the cap there. Let's get the whole thing covered in known oil. Look at that. Look at that. You got a quick known oil paint. I don't exactly have any other, although I do have this lovely drone here, which is from the Vespid. Same deal, can run some known oil over this bad boy. He is tiny, but it makes life a little easier. Let's run some known oil on this little tacker. He is a little drone. He's a little guy. And the bonus is that I'm probably going to want to known oil all of the steel anyway, so we won't, as you say, hold back a bit there. We can go over. Make sure we've got everything. Spin around. Get the back. Get the sides. Whoop. Have it run down your finger and fall on the floor, on the mat, cutting mat. Yeah, there you go, Bob's your uncle. 2 little guys, sorted out. Now this Crute actually possibly got painted well enough that I would be happy with what I'm looking at. So technically I could start painting his body and his hair. Gun, I'm not sure what I'm going to do. You have to find the right colour. Oh, there. Look at that. After all that, there's another part of that gun. I thought that I lost. Although, I may have lost the end of it. The inside of the end. Because I can't see it. Which is even funnier. But yeah, as I said, I will go back and prime his underbelly. Just make it a little bit easier so I can paint him. I'm pretty happy because when this is here, you're really going to see. I might reprime his belly too and prime a little bit more of that. More at the bottom through there. As you can see across the backs there, make it a little easier. going to be able to paint him. But yeah, that's that for now. That's one video down for today. Hopefully there'll be a few more rapid fire ones completed. We'll be having a look at what I have laying around and see if I can paint some more. But as for now, that is all, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.